What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy. I thought I'll bring you guys a video today to talk about the possibilities of Manchester City slipping up, and we're gonna take not so much a deep dive, but we're gonna look at some bits and bobs that I've managed to kind of find on the internet. And listen, after yesterday's performance, I'll be honest, I'll be real, man. I had kind of lost the mental aspect of the title in a sense. Um, After that Man City game, of course, but yesterday the boys, they showed us something that I don't think we kind of, we knew they have it. We know they've got character. We know they've got bounce back ability because we've seen it this season. But it was a different level yesterday at St James's Park. And Newcastle, we know it's one of the toughest grounds in the Premier League, has been, will always be. Um, and to sustain that level of pressure, to sustain that cauldron in the first 10, 15 minutes, to keep calm, to keep on the composure. And of course, as every single potential winning side or winning side has, you get that bit of luck. It showed me a lot, and I'm so proud of this young squad. And credit to Mikel Arteta. I've criticized him, and rightfully so, over the last couple of days, or should I say, last couple of weeks. But and look, Mikel Arteta, at the end of the day, I say that to say this. His back was kind of against the wall in a sense. He knew he had to make changes. We know, and he knows that Partey is just, he's just not providing the same level of output. And there was gonna have to be some sort of alternative to Rob Holding, because Rob Holding, with him, we can't play the high line. We're more suspect in defense. We're less comfortable, and all of the rest that we all know. So look, man, credit to him in a sense, because ultimately you do have to make the decision. You do have to obviously have the conversation with the players that you're gonna keep out and the players that you're gonna place back in. But yeah, it nonetheless, he deserves credit for making those decisions. But it was a no-brainer in a sense. So yeah, so look, can Man City slip up first and foremost? And will they slip up, people? So that's what we more or less here to discuss. But I thought, you know what, man, but after that win today, I have to really now look at this. I have to analyze this from a perspective. So what basically, I just went and looked at City's last 10 fixtures of last season, and the team that they played against, and the kind of run that they had. And I tell you, look, man, it's not good reading, bro. City are really a team that when it comes to the business end of the season, they pick up form. They just power through. They literally just power through. Uh, whether it's home, whether it's away, they they rise against the challenge, and they actually not just not just getting past it. They do it with style. They score bare goals. They beat Newcastle 5-0. Um, and things like that. Like it's mad. Like their last 10 games, they had incredible form. Obviously, we know what it is at the end of the day, in it for City. It's the Champions League, because it looks like the Premier League, they've mastered it. It looks like they're on course to win another one. But Arsenal is still staying in there and having a say. So let's look at it, people. Look, what's happening at the time of recording right now, as I'm making this video, is a Mazzoline Trazeline, right? So let me just share my screen with you lot, because this is incredible. All of a sudden, it looks like Everton has learned how to play football, or I don't know, they found a way to play football. They found a structure. Someone needs to explain to me what's going on with Brighton, because it ain't really making sense right now. um where we at? People, have a look at this, please. Let me enlarge in this picture. Like, Everton are comprehensively, comfortably winning 3-0 against Brighton away. They couldn't win a game to save their lives this season, and they are literally doing the business away from home. What is going on? Sean Dyche. And I can only associate this to the fact that after Brighton's excursions this season, they've just run out of energy and they've just run out of stamina. And look, Man United pushed them all the way to a extra time semi-final. Like it was crazy. And I've had a look at the players starting today. Oh my god, look, it's 4-0. Look at that. It's 4-0, people. And Everton has just scored another goal. Incredible. Is it? Is it not? What's going on? Dwight McNeil, would you believe it? 4-0. Are we getting conflicting reports? One page is saying live 4-0, and this one that I'm showing you guys is doesn't want to give me the 4-0. Okay, now we have the 4-0. Wow, incredible. Who scored? McNeil, Dwight McNeil scoring and adding to Everton's goal fest. Ha 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 ha. This is crazy. Nah, this is what I'm trying to say. And this is why I thought I just have to make a video because look at the two teams playing, you lot. We have Brighton losing 4-0 v Everton. Who is Man City playing next? Everton. Man City's playing away. Everton is playing at home. It's at Goodison Park come Sunday, the 14th. Yeah? Who are we playing? Brighton. Now, I know it's not exactly, a foregone conclusion, and because the team is losing today and that team's winning today, that's exactly what's going to happen next weekend. It could be the total opposite. But run of form is significant. Momentum is significant. I think Brighton have hit their absolute edge and they're about to fall off a cliff. Maybe they can pull off one or two good performances at home. But people, look at what's going on. Listen, before we go even any further, I'm going to ask you to drop a like on the video before I forget. Subscribe to the channel, please, before I forget. And let's continue, people. 4-0 away from home. Everton. We needed this performance a few days ago, or whenever it was. Um, we definitely gonna need this performance come Sunday the 14th. This is what's going on, people. Yeah, Manchester City. And look, man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know effectively what the ins and outs is because I'm not watching the game live in terms of this match here between Brighton and Everton. But I can guarantee you that they've got their Brighton, this is in Everton. They've got their main lineups. Yeah, I can see here. This is the Brighton lineup is essentially a strong lineup. They've gone with um Steele, Grove, Webster, Dunk, Estupinian, Casado, McAllister. Uh, who's that started? Bonot that started. Undav, Matoma, and Welbeck. And Ciso. Of course, he's been on fire and he's been firing all cylinders over the last couple of weeks. He didn't start the game, but still a very, very strong lineup. If I share with you guys here, this is Brighton's lineup. Like, what the hell is going on? Everton make it 4 at the Amex with their first counter attack of the second half. Solly March plays a short, picked off by Idrissa Gay and slipped down the line for Alex Iwobi. He waits for Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil, this guy. If we have a look at Everton's lineup, yeah, again, same starting strong 11, the best 11 that they can effectively put out there with Calvert-Lewin, McNeil, Decore, Warby, Gay, and may it continue, Everton. Please, we're gonna need this performance, this type of. We're gonna need you to replicate this performance that you're showing here right now away, back home. Okay. And even if it's not going to be the same type of silky football and you're going to win 3-0 or 4-0, it looks like the game's going to finish at. We need you to make sure that you at least you push City all the way, because then what City have sandwiched within this game here are City, bro. I'm telling you, look, man, there's still a twist in this title. There has to be. There is no way. City are not that impeccable. There is no way, man. Not after the season that they've had overall, where they've dropped points here and there, and they had such a slow start. Um, Look at this, people, man. Look at this. Real Madrid tomorrow. Big, big, big game. They're playing away. They're going to be under cosh. That's the thing. It's because they're playing away. So this is what gives me so much hope. They are going to have to rotate for Everton, and Everton winning. This is incredible scenes. 4-0. Do you know how much confidence this is going to give Everton to take this form back home? What? Yo, people, man, I'm telling you lot right now, let's not we need to rise up. We need to full voice, full support in our games. This home game against Brighton, and look, Brighton, as I said, as I've showed you guys, they look like they've run out of fume. They've run out of energy. They've completely. Oh, they pulled one back. Okay, looks like Brighton has pulled one back, ladies and gentlemen. We can confirm Brighton have pulled one back. Here we are, BBC Sport, and who was it? McAllister. Of course, it's McAllister pulling one back for Brighton. So not a clean sheet for Everton, but it's good to go. It's good enough. And look, I'll be honest with you, lot, man. I can't see how City cannot slip up. I cannot see it. So I say that to say this. Look, let me show you guys something furthermore. Okay, so this is Premier League last season, guys. Can you see my tab? Yes, you can. All right, so this is Man City's running. Okay, so their last game last season, match week 38, um, was a home game against Aston Villa, of course, as you can see here on my screen. Um, and they won. They drew the previous game against West Ham. I wish that game against West Ham was at the London Stadium instead of the Etihad. And I think West Ham would have definitely continued that first half and second half much better than they did at the Etihad. And we would have probably got a result because look, even after yesterday, West Ham beating Manchester United. What a result for David Moyes. Wow, incredible. 1-0, Ugh, disgusting, disgusting error by David De Gea. But yeah, look, they drew it. So look, the thing is, it's interesting because out of one, two, three, four, even five, six, seven games, they only actually drew one game in their running towards the title last year, people. However, when you look at these stats here, none of the four, so for example, from the fourth team, so the four matches left to play, one, two, three, four, from the fourth team, they had Newcastle, with four matches to go, they had Newcastle, Wolves, West Ham, Man City. Yeah. This season, just gonna share my tab with you lot. It's a bit different. Okay. One, two, three, four matches to play. And who they've got? Everton. They've got an Everton who's going to be fighting for survival. And look, we're talking about what's going on with Everton right now, and they are winning 4-1. It's incredible away from home. Where did that result come from? Wow, incredible scenes. Um, and then they've got struggling Chelsea who are going to be fighting for pride. They're going to be fighting for something. They're going to be fighting for something. I'm sure they are. And it looks like it's going to have to be pride. And look, Frank Lampard is going to be itching, praying, doing his utmost to try to get himself a second win for his club. Um, and no, they're definitely gonna give it their all. They have to. And then you're gonna have Brighton who are gonna be playing at home. And Brighton at home against Man City, 8 o'clock under the lights. They're gonna be up for it over there in the South Coast. It's gonna be a tough game. Brighton away. If Man City were at home, I would say they'll beat Man City, but they're at home, and I know that obviously this result right now today, them losing, they'll be hurt by this. They won't want to endure another defeat at home such as this, especially by Everton. Like what? That's crazy. Um, and then of course, they've got Brentford, and Brentford away is going to be a tough, tough, tough game. There's a risk of obviously the Brentford players being uh what do they say, on holiday at the beach? But I don't think so. I think Brentford players will want to give their home fans a good sending off for the season. They've had a fantastic season. Where does Brentford sit in the table? I think they're sitting pretty in the table. Where are they? Eighth, ninth? Where's Brentford in the table? Where are they? Brentford ninth in the table. So yeah, exactly. They're not just gonna it's a big game. It's against Man City. They're not just going to fold over and get bent over at home. I don't believe that for a second that will happen. So look, people, man, I say that to say this. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please smash that like button. Please, please, please. Um, I would say that there has to be a draw and maybe even a defeat there. There has to be. There really has to be. In terms of a defeat, I would say Everton. Literally, we're looking at Sunday, people. Come on, man. If our luck is run out, then their luck has to run out a little bit as well. And I would say this game here, this game right here, this game right here, this game right here, and it's just because it's sandwiched between these Real Madrid games, bro. Hey, if there's a God on this earth, please. And it still don't really mean nothing because then it's us, innit? It's us, isn't it? It's Arsenal. We then have to do the business. Um, but look, man, I think we will do the business. I think we will get, what is it, 3 games we've got. Um, if we slip up, boy, we need to be second right until the last day to not feel that pressure of uh do you get where I'm coming from? That's just us, man. I keep saying it and I'll continue to say it. Where are we? Let me share this with you lot. Look at this. Look how less congested our schedule looks like. What? Are you mad? We you know we this is we're literally playing Sunday to Sunday this week, right? City's got 2 games in between that. Everton 2 games, like all of these teams, Brighton are playing today, and then we're playing them on Sunday. We're playing them away. Brighton's gonna get slapped. I don't care. There is no way we can make the same mistake as we did against Southampton, for example, at home, and not dispatch Brighton, bro. All of the hard work that we did uh, against Newcastle to go to waste against Brighton. Please, come on, Arsenal. Come on, my G's. Listen, people, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I just, wanted to make this video to give you guys a little bit more hope because it is very, very complex still for Man City. There's still a lot of games for City to play. And, I'm targeting Everton and I'm definitely 100% without a failure of a doubt for defeat in terms of targeting Everton, and 100%, that Brentford game for a draw at least. So look, it's make or break. We need to obviously do the business as well, but I think Man City will slip up. Look, I'm gonna live and die by this. We're still in it, people. We are still in it. I tell you what, I feel like removing those videos that I did about Arsenal bottling it against Southampton and whatnot, in conjunction to what I saw yesterday, in conjunction to that gigantic performance at St. James's Park. I didn't think we have that in us anymore this season, but they proved me wrong. And reflecting upon it, today being Monday, bank holiday. I've woken up, I've gone to work, I've come back, I've thought about it. It's made me more and more proud of the boys. Incredibly, incredibly proud of that performance. We've had our luck, like all great teams that end up being great teams do, but we fought and then we played football, and it took a next level type of mentality from someone like Martin Odegaard to break that duck and to really drag his team through that. That's why I gave him man of the match. If you look deep and check it, I hear all of the arguments, Jorginho. I hear the Ramsdale argument, and but if you guys, for all you regulars that watch my videos, you know will remember when I said that, at this business end of the season, yes, defense is incredibly important, but goal scorers that get us over the line and score goals. What's the most important? What's the hardest thing, the most difficult thing to do in football? Is score goals, people. Trust me, man. We can do it, man. Man City will slip up because their squad is incredibly stronger, but their depth is not. Their depth is good, but it's not large. It's not like they don't have a lot of depth. They've got good depth, but they're not a good quality in depth, an equal quality in depth, but not. They don't have an abundance of strikers like 3, 4 strikers that you could say to yourself, "Rah, this is." It's not. If Haaland, all of these, look at all of the games they expect Haaland to be able to play. He has to play every single one of these games now because we did that at Newcastle. We've changed Pep Guardiola's plans because of that game yesterday. Make no mistake about that, people. We absolutely did. It's a mad thing, people. We've got 3 games left. We can think about these 3 games, Draw up proper tactical plans, strategic approaches. No being stubborn, Mikel. Make the changes, be proactive. You know what's going on. You watch a game, you watch it back, just like a fan does, just like a supporter does. You know what the issues are. All of this loyalty. What do you mean loyalty? Business end. Time to be ruthless. We want you to stick by your word and be ruthless. We want you to make sure that Kivior continues these games. Not, oh, I feel like Rob Holding deserved it. Like, bro, Rob Kivior has to start every single game from this point onwards. We have embraced and accepted the concept of losing Saliba. It is where it is. Next season we go again with him. But yeah, man. And so we have to do the business. Make no mistake about that. These three games, they're solid three games for us to play. Nottingham Forest, Everton, Nottingham Forest, Brighton, and Wolves. What? Man, mad. I think Wolves is losing right now as well. Ain't Wolves losing? They lost. They're gonna were they playing today? For some reason, I thought Wolves were playing today, but it's gonna be Nottingham Forest, Southampton, 8 o'clock, and Fulham. Well done to Fulham. I love Fulham. I love the way they played this season. Incredible result at home against Leicester City. Fulham doing their thing. Marco Silva, congratulations. He's definitely contender of manager of the season. Of course, he shouldn't win it, but he's right up there, rude boy. Top five, Marco Silva. And yeah, people, man, I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, as I mentioned, if you're new or old around here, like the button. If you're obviously new, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to continue bringing you guys these videos on a more consistent basis. And yeah, please, people, I'm out of here, man. Peace and love. Peace and love.